Hello, fellow YouTubers. It is Shanice here. I go by No Script. That's the name of my YouTube channel. And basically, we're going to talk about a lot of mental health and self-care stuff, which is what my entire channel is based on. So, first off, I want to say hello to all the people who will find me by accident. I am pretty much going to just talk about something real quick here. The DSM-5, which I don't know if y'all know, it's the Diagnostic Manual for Mental Illness, but it's the 5th version. I was lost. I thought they still had a 4th version, but they obviously have a 5th version. Now, for those of you who do not know what it is for, it's to pretty much put you in a category based on a observed textbook written and kind of played around with idea of what's wrong with you. Me personally, I think it's stupid. There are diagnoses for the stupidest thing. You have, if you don't want to talk to people, if you're an extrovert and you love talking to people, there's diagnosis codes for not talking, then wanting to talk. You also have diagnosis codes for if you are not listening to your parents if you're young. They have the whole ADHD thing, the ADD thing. There's also ODD, which I learned about, which is, it's crazy. So my take on the DSM-4 and the DSM-5 is there's no real difference. You know, the DSM-4 was published in 1994 by the American Psychiatric Association, whoop whoop, APA up in the building. They've done so much, you know, whatever over the years. So, there's this movie on DirecTV y'all have got to see. It talks about mental illness on a whole spectrum, about how psychology has evolved from torturous actions to kind of shell shock your brain back to normal to the medicated kind of zombified world of pills. Now, I know you guys are like, yeah, you know, I don't like taking my pills. Trust me. 40 years ago, there were no pills, sweetheart. There was electric shock therapy and lobotomies where they stuck the needle in your eye. I thought that was crazy. Like, I saw on the movie how you were completely awake when they did the lobotomy and you're singing poetry or reading a transcript just to take your mind off of the fact that they're going to sugar shock you with a needle and like mix it up. You're going to mix it up in your brain and try to make some sense out of what's going on with you. The other thing that I think is retarded is the fact that they used to near drown you. They would tie you up and dunk you, or they would put you in like this little chamber with like little jail bars on it and dunk you until you almost drowned to death, bring you back up, and see if that would make you better. No. It did not make you better. It almost killed you. Thank you, APA, for that. But since 40 years passed, we now have lots of pills that are good and bad. You know, I will say one thing. The worst pill to be on is Abilify because it's a bad drug now. It's an antidepressant. It makes you crave sugary food to the max. Like, you'll be putting sugar on broccoli. You'll be eating candy galore. You'll be, you know, putting lots of sugar in your Kool-Aid, and it's not good. And now it's a bad drug because it causes obsessive gambling tendencies in the mind. It messed me up because I was compulsive with money for a good 4 years till it all got out my system. Yes, it took 4 years for it to get out my system, and now I'm good. So, anyways, welcome to my channel. That's my little bit of know-how for the DSM-4 and 5. Also, hopefully you guys like the title of my channel, No Script, because I have no script. I'm also, you know, a diagnosis code in the DSM-5 for 3-2-N1. There's 5 editions now. So you, my fellow Americans and fellow citizens who've been naturalized, and even if you know, are out of the country and you come across this, it's awesome. It's really cool. Welcome. So, every other day I'm going to be trying to upload something about mental health, stuff that I find that I think is relevant to me as a biracial American, or, you know, to the public in general. I'll mention any bad drugs that I saw. You know, there's this emergency.org website you can sign up for, and it tells you all the medication recalls and stuff. It's quite scary. And maybe somebody who happens to come along in this wonderful channel that I'm starting up can tell me why a lot of the medication's side effects, say, can cause suicidal thoughts or actions. When you are already depressed, you want to get better. You don't want to feel worse, then better. That's crazy. Shanice signing off. No script.